Chrisley Knows best star Savannah Chrisley took to her Instagram story to raise up fellow reality television star Madison Prewette. She seems pretty proud of the former Bachelor star. Bachelor Nation fans will recognize Madison Prewette from Peter Weber's season of The Bachelor. Recently, the former lovers both spoke to the media about their relationship. Peter tells E! Online, "It was literally the most trying and most difficult experience I have ever been through." Maddie's thoughts about their breakup come to light when discussing her memoir, Made for This Moment. She says, "I don't speak a negative thing about him or even his family, even in the moments where I felt attacked. To say that the reality television couple's relationship had a lot of ups and downs would be an understatement." In season 24 of The Bachelor, Madison Prewette made it to the fantasy suites with Peter Weber. However, things didn't turn out like they historically do during this part of the show. When Maddie found out that Peter had intimate relations with two of the other finalists, that was the last straw. The Alabama native was open that she was saving herself for marriage. However, Madison and the pilot reunited when things didn't work out between Peter and Hannah Ann Sluss. All of that to break up again. Now, Madison Prewette is sticking to her religious convictions by sharing some positivity from an interview. In her testimony, she explains that she wants to live her life so that God is proud of her. That is something that resonated with Savannah Chrisley. Chrisley Knows best star Savannah Chrisley reshares Madison Prewette's reel to her Instagram story. The Sassy by Savannah creator tags Madison and thanks her for the post. Savannah also writes, "So proud of you and your influence." It's not surprising that Savannah would like a positive religious message. Todd's second daughter has never hidden her religion. Recently, TV show's Ace reported on the former beauty queen asking fans how she could pray for them. What do you think about Savannah Chrisley and Madison Prewette? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Make sure to come back to TV show's Ace for more reality television news. Don't forget, the Chrisleys have a new time. Tune in to USA Network Thursday nights at 7:30/8:30 key for a new episode of Chrisley Knows Best. In the ever-evolving realm of reality television and social media influence, it's not uncommon to witness fleeting alliances and performative friendships. But every so often, a genuine bond forms between two women whose paths have crossed for reasons deeper than publicity or convenience. Such is the case with Savannah Chrisley and Madison Prewette, two young women known for their individual platforms, but increasingly celebrated for the mutual respect and admiration they share. When Savannah Chrisley says she is proud of Madison Prewette, it is not a hollow endorsement, but a sincere acknowledgement of Madison's integrity, courage, and unwavering faith in the face of scrutiny. Both Savannah and Madison rose to fame in very different ways. Savannah, the daughter of Todd Chrisley, became a household name through the reality series Chrisley Knows Best, which painted a vivid, often humorous picture of life in a Southern family with all its dramatic highs and lows. Over the years, Savannah emerged as more than just a reality TV figure. She grew into a savvy entrepreneur, podcast host, and a voice for resilience, especially following her family's varied public legal battles and personal challenges. Madison Prewette, on the other hand, entered the public eye as a contestant on The Bachelor, a show known more for its dramatic eliminations and whirlwind romances than for fostering conversations about faith and personal conviction. Yet Madison distinguished herself as a woman unafraid to draw boundaries, stand by her Christian values, and prioritize authenticity over conformity. When she chose to walk away from a relationship that didn't align with her principles, she became a symbol of quiet strength in a world that often rewards compromise. So what lies at the core of Savannah's pride in Madison? It's the recognition of a kindred spirit, someone who, like her, has walked through fire and emerged stronger, someone who refuses to let fame dilute purpose. Both women have faced immense pressure to present curated versions of themselves, to fold under public judgment, to take the easier path. Instead, they have chosen truth. One of the most notable aspects of their connection is the shared foundation of faith. Madison has been vocal about her relationship with God, often using her platform to share scripture, encouragement, and real conversations about waiting, trust, and purpose. Her book, Made for This Moment, became a reflection of her journey through heartbreak, spiritual growth, and the desire to live for something greater. Savannah, too, has leaned heavily into her faith, especially in recent years. When her parents were indicted and later convicted on federal charges, the weight of that reality could have easily crushed her spirit. But rather than retreat, she stepped up as a caretaker for her younger siblings, launched a podcast to openly discuss mental health and grief, and used her voice to shed light on issues of justice, redemption, and forgiveness. Through it all, she remained grounded, not in perfection, but in honesty. Her admiration for Madison stems from seeing those same values mirrored in a woman who also knows what it means to choose character over compromise. Another layer to Savannah's pride in Madison is Madison's refusal to be defined by a television show or a romantic relationship. In the aftermath of The Bachelor, many expected her to capitalize on the fame with typical brand deals and red carpet appearances. Instead, Madison turned inward. She focused on mentorship, ministry work, and building a platform that spoke to young women facing similar dilemmas: how to stay true in a culture that constantly pressures them to conform. Madison didn't chase celebrity, she chased purpose. This intentionality resonates deeply with Savannah, who has also shifted the trajectory of her own life from reality star to entrepreneur with a mission. Her beauty brand, Sassy by Savannah, was not just about products. It was about self-expression, confidence, and ownership. Savannah often speaks about wanting young women to feel empowered in their own skin, and that's a mission Madison echoes in her own way. Whether through makeup or mentorship, both women are invested in helping others step into their full identity. There's also a quieter, more personal dimension to Savannah's pride in Madison, one rooted in observing how Madison has navigated her marriage and public life with humility. Madison's wedding to Grant Trout in 2022 was a celebration of faith, family, and commitment. It was everything modern media usually isn't: modest, sincere, and centered on something greater than spectacle. Watching Madison embrace a God-centered relationship, grounded not in viral posts, but in authentic partnership, reaffirmed Savannah's own values and hopes. In a world where headlines often center on scandal, drama, and downfall, Savannah's celebration of Madison stands out. It's not just that Madison is doing well, it's how she's doing it. She is walking through doors not to be seen, but to serve. She is choosing platforms not for applause, but for impact. And in that, Savannah sees not just a friend, but a role model. Public admiration between women in the spotlight can sometimes feel transactional or strategic. But when Savannah Chrisley speaks about Madison Prewette, it's with the quiet joy of someone who sees behind the filters and followers. She sees the hours spent praying over decisions, the discomfort of standing alone, the tears shed in private when the world misunderstands you. She knows what it means to be underestimated, mislabeled, and yet still choose grace. This bond is more than a headline. It's a portrait of modern womanhood that refuses to be cynical or shallow. It's rooted in faith, in purpose, and in the radical decision to cheer one another on in a society that too often pits women against each other. Savannah's pride is not passive, it's active. It shows up in reposted quotes, podcast mentions, and quiet affirmations. It's the kind of pride that doesn't need fanfare because it's real. In a digital age where authenticity is both craved and questioned, Savannah and Madison offer a refreshing template. Their lives are not without struggle, but they don't pretend to have it all figured out. Instead, they invite others into the journey, imperfect, faith-filled, and honest. Savannah is proud of Madison, not because she's flawless, but because she's fearless in her pursuit of something deeper.